Hey guys, so today I'll be giving you a tutorial on how to do high waist latex pants. And so to get started, you will need latex fabric, scissors, a zipper, matching thread, a ruler, and a pen. I got my fabric from Etsy for $13.99, and if I can find the link, I will be sure to put it in the description box below. So I started off by taking a pair of my favorite jeans that fit me perfectly and began to trace them on the back of my fabric using an ink pen. Once you have the front and the back traced out, add an inch seam allowance for stretch fabric or 1.5 to 2 inches for woven non-stretch materials. For the front pant pattern, you are going to draw a fly opening that measures 3 inches in width and 7.5 inches in length. This step is completely optional. I went this route because I wanted my pants to somewhat resemble jeans, so I also added pockets and a waistband. If you decide to skip this step of making a fly opening, you will simply proceed with leggings in mind. Just sew all 4 pattern pieces together and finish the top with a elastic band, and voila, you're all done. After you have everything traced out, it should somewhat look like this. You are going to cut 2 of the front and back pattern pieces and 1 waistband, and if you're doing pockets, 2 pockets. For the waistband, I took my waist measurement and divided it by 2 and placed it on the fold of my fabric. For the width, I used 3 inches. So here you'll just see me cutting out all of my pieces, and after I get everything cut out, I'm going to go ahead and get them prepped for sewing, such as pinning all of my pieces together. For my pockets, I went with 3.5 inches in length and 2.5 inches in width. It may seem like it's a smaller pocket, but I feel like smaller pockets look better on my butt. Also, for the top of my pocket, I did an inch fold down. So basically that part is what you're going to be stitching first before you put your pockets on. And this is just how I pinned my pockets. They're pinned about 1/2 inch inside, so you can top stitch them onto your pants. Here you'll see me after I've pinned the pocket on. I suggest you use a ton of pins because you don't want your pockets to shift while you're sewing. Also, another sewing hack, if you're going to use this latex fabric, when you're trying to top stitch something, it is probably best that you use parchment paper because the needle and the feed dogs tend to get stuck on the fabric as you sew, and then you'll end up with puckles on your fabric. And to be honest, that's not a cute look to me. So if you want them to look as best as possible, then I would suggest placing the parchment paper on top of whatever you're trying to top stitch. After I sewed both of the pockets on, I went ahead and pieced the butt and crotch seams together for the back. The front is going to be a little bit different, so be sure to only sew the crotch area on a regular stitch setting because the fly you created will need to be sewn with a basting stitch. Once the area is sewn, press it open and place the zipper face down and pin the left zipper tape to your fabric flap and repeat for the right side. Just another tip, I top stitched my zipper down just so it can lay super flat when I'm opening and closing my fly front. After both sides are sewn, flip the fabric to the front and seam rip the area that was base stitched. Then on the left side, I drew a J-like line to indicate where I wanted to top stitch my zipper. If you need an in-depth tutorial on putting in a zipper, I will put a link in the description box below. Now that the fly front is finished, I went ahead and sewed all of my seams together, which are my side seams and the leg seams, I guess if that's what you want to call it. And now that you're so close to being done, the only thing you have left to do is add on your waistband. And for the sake of this video, I lost the actual footage of me putting on the waistband, but it's simply just folding your waistband fabric in half, right sides together. And after you have it folded, you're just gonna want to sew both of your open ends closed. And once you do that, you would just flip the waistband with the right sides out. And after the right sides are out, you are going to pin the fabric all the way around the top of your pants. And once you sew all the way around to the other side, then you're basically done with your pants. And the only thing you have to do after that is just to pick your method of what you want to use to close it. I used a hook and eye. I felt that that would probably be the easiest way for me for them to be functional. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll try to respond as quickly as possible. Also, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.